Whew, it's been a hot one today. Ain't even really been hot, just been muggy, y'all. But happy Friday. I got a no AC call right now. The tenant is stating that it's like keeping like 85, 87 in the house. Somebody's been out here previously to say that the unit was working fine, but she's complaining that it won't even drop below 75 like at night. So I'm gonna just see what we can find out. See what's going on. Let's get it. Hear about your AC unit not working?
Yes. As you can see, it is running.
Right here. Okay.
It is.
I thought I heard it from outside. I was like, what is that noise?
Yeah, it's loud. The house is kind of old, but it's 79 in here right now. And it's on 72. Friday, I got it to 85.
That's crazy. And you said, I think I saw something in the notes, like even at nighttime, it's not even getting below like 75?
So, like last night, because it was raining and it was cooler, it got down to like 72 because it's cool outside.
Okay.
But if it is hotter than 80 degrees outside, it is not going to get below 75. The filter was in 2 weeks ago. And then another tech came out and it said nothing was wrong. So, we went outside and looked at it and did whatever testing we needed to do and said nothing's wrong. But I mean, like I said, it's hot in here.
No, something's off. I can definitely say that. Man, all right.
I mean, and it's not even 100 degrees right now, so I think that like that's my biggest concern is this is not as hot as it's gonna get, and it's already 80 in here basically.
It's not blatantly 100. Like it's the real feel outside is 100, but it's not actually like if you put a thermometer out there, it's not incorporating the humidity and everything. But you're right. You're right. It
really
is
freaking humid in here.
Yeah. So we put some stuff in the vents in here, and then I'm gonna go outside and see what I can find out there. So I didn't record it because I was on the phone, personal phone call. But I got my gauges hooked up, and as I hooked up the gauges, everything cut off out here. So I walked back inside to make sure, the indoor unit was still running, which it is. But I don't know if y'all caught it. There's a float switch on the inside. I don't know if the float switch got tripped, but I think it did. Because there's a P-trap right there. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and hook this up and go ahead and just try to pull some stuff out of the drain line, see if I get any gunk out of it. Oh, the stupid roots in the way. There we go. I'm also going to pour some stuff down the drain line from the inside. Hopefully that can free up whatever out there. And I'll show you guys what, comes out of the shop vac. I put the float switch back in after vacuuming it out. System turned back on, but I mean, this is all I'm getting out of here. And I could hear the vacuum sucking from the, from inside. I think, let me try and show y'all what I think is the problem here. So it's still running. But if I remove this, condenser kicked right back on. Water sitting up there. But if I put the vacuum on, this is fine. I'm wondering, because I've already poured water down and it's still dripping outside. I think the coil is settling on this little transition that they made, because try to finesse this real quick. Just leave this in here so it keeps running. Yeah, just like that. If I lift that, I can prop something up to keep the water flowing back, because now it doesn't seem like it's in there that much. But if I drop it, water comes back in like what it was. So I think I need to just push this up. I don't know. aside from just like jamming a piece of PVC right up under it, I don't know what I could do. I don't have any wood on the truck, but that's cutting that. That's cutting the switch off because water's just flowing in here because it's still making so much water. Well, jammed a piece of PVC up under there, and the unit's still going. It is making a crap ton of water, but it is under a high heat load. Let's go see if the pressures are running. Hopefully it doesn't cut off. Real quick, y'all tell me, let me know in the comments section what kind of service calls y'all ran into today. I think I did like 3 gas and goes and used my M18 extraction pump on 2 different houses. So this is probably the first service call all day where I've actually had to like really sit and figure out what might be wrong. Everything else has been like in and out fairly easy. I'm really hoping that's what this is though, because it doesn't make, I mean, aside from, if I show you guys the pressures, you guys are definitely going to say it's overcharged, and it slightly is. But I know there's a piston in that evaporator coil. Thing's way too old to be a TXV. I guess, okay, so let me rephrase that. I don't know, but I'm assuming it's a piston. Because that looked like a R22 coil that somebody probably replaced the piston on to make 410A. She hasn't had really any issues up to now. So I gotta believe that the piston is sized correctly, or the metering device itself is sized correctly, but I really think that the issue was the system was cutting off and not able to properly drain, and then when it would cut back on, it just wouldn't work right. Because I'm still getting a drip out here on the drain line. And it's a little bit, I feel like the drip is maybe a little bit faster. Maybe not. It's been running for about 5 minutes now. Let's see what the pressures are. 137. That's definitely too low, and that's definitely way too low. Oh shoot, look, there's a bunch of water now. That thing dripping. Let me check what Delta T is. So you guys see the Delta T. I'm wondering if like the condition of the home, in my opinion, to give y'all some backstory, it's like a 1986 home. 14, just a little bit over 1,400 square feet. The condenser is 2.5 ton. The evap coil, I'm guessing by the way the model number and everything was on it, it can work on a 2.5 or a 3 ton. But because the condenser is 2.5, in my mind that's saying at just the system, the home itself has only 2.5 tons of coolant. Or it's only getting 2.5 tons of coolant. Maybe to be able to handle the heat load, you know how old the house is and everything, it might need a 3 ton. That's obviously debatable. Depends on the windows, everything up in here. But I think the biggest issue was the system wasn't able to properly drain. Because ever since I've done that, this PVC pipe over here has not stopped. Since I showed you guys like the consistent drip, it's been consistently dripping. Almost looks like a steady stream now. So I'm wondering, I'm trying to also, let the system work and judge the relative humidity in the wet bulb and everything from the screenshot I just showed you guys to probably 5 minutes from then, and double checking and everything. My superheat, don't know what happened. I mean, I jiggled the probe a little bit because sometimes with the field piece wireless ones, if you're not on clean copper, they'll lose connection. I saw Quality HVACR just like shake the things up and down because the metal on the clamp or whatever just scratches the copper and makes a better connection. Now my superheat is saying 6 with a 53-degree line temp, which is a lot better than the 1 degree I had a minute ago. So let me show you. See, and it went back to 49 now. So I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's like a bunch of water is like affecting the temp probe or the clamp. Somebody let me know if that's a possibility. But I swear to God that number was just at 55 and that was reading 7 or 6. I swear. This sucks. This sucks. Because that's definitely, you never want that thing that close to 0. I think the most I've ever seen people allow superheats to be was like at least at a minimum 5. At a minimum 5 degree superheat. But somebody will tell me I'm wrong in the comments, and it should never be saying single digits. I'm betting that somebody will tell me I'm wrong. We'll go ahead and add the other screenshot. It's been about, I think, 11 minutes since the first one. So if you can see, the temperature has gone down in the space, as well as the humidity is being removed. I'm still not liking that. However, I think there's other issues at play here as far as why the delta T isn't higher. I'm about to go inside and double check the fan blades because that motor does not sound very good at all. I'll grab my bag just in case I need something to pry that door open with, but at least we're able to keep the system on. The tenant may have a high light bill, but at least she'll be able to run the system and it can actually operate instead of run for a couple minutes, cut off, run for a couple minutes, cut off, and the house just never seemed to be comfortable at all. Alright, so first off, dealing with a 2011. It's pretty dusty in here, so I can only imagine what the blower motor is going to look like. I can kind of see it from here. That thing does not look good. So that's what's got to get cleaned for sure. Let me check the maintenance limit. By far one of the worst blower motors I have ever seen in my life down here in the south. This is bad. That is terrible. I'm gonna get that all washed up. I'm gonna blow this with some vapor, clean this up, make it look a little better than what it is, and dust that off right there too. I'll see you guys in a minute. Didn't remove the motor. Just full transparency. I just sprayed a little bit of water on it. Didn't go really fast because obviously you don't want the motor to get super wet because that's bad. But I did use that and then my little brush and just brushed everything out. Another light rinse, and then just let it all drain out. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this thing back in, and hope and pray that solves my delta T issue. Now I wonder if I can step outside and hear it again like I did when I first got here. I do, but not nearly as loud. Not nearly as loud. Jesus. So that's better. Let me go check a vent and just feel if more air is coming out now. Oh my God, that feels so much better. Yeah, cooking with grease. Well, didn't that make all the difference in the world? That is beautiful. Oh my God. You never really know how crucial airflow is until you fix an airflow issue, I swear to God. That looks a heck of a lot better. Even the suction pressure going up is a lot better because there's like 80 in there. So I would like to see somewhere in the 140 range. If it was in the higher 80s, probably near 150, but just in that almost 80 degree, at that 80 degree mark, that's kind of normal there. I'm not too worried about subcool because I'm dealing with a piston, most likely. But I'm liking where this is going already. Alright, so more info on the system. Somebody has already changed the blower speed from high to medium on it. I don't want to put it to low and just to see what it would do. I'm gonna just leave it on medium. but I think this unit definitely had a two-part issue here with that. The drain line obviously was being real weird, and I really hope I didn't tilt the whole coil backwards. I don't think I did, because still it's draining a steady stream out over here by the unit, so I think that's fine. And then as well, that dirty blower motor really affected the entire system. Why is this unit not back on? I cut the unit off to look at the blower speed just to see what it was set on. I should have did it when I put the motor back in, but that was my mess up. Gotta wait now. So what I think I'm gonna have the tenant do is try to run the system now that the drain issue has been resolved and the blower motor has been cleaned, and see exactly how the system is able to hold up. If she's still experiencing days over 80 degrees, we might have to talk about potentially changing this from a 2.5 to a 3. But other than that, I can't think of anything else that's really wrong with the system. I mean, after cleaning that blower motor, I have really good flow coming from the vents. Obviously, I don't know exactly how many CFMs each one is putting out. I'm not about to use my anemometer to find that out right now, but I'm glad I checked that blower motor. Something in my head told me, oh, somebody's going to comment that in the video. And I was like, I should probably check it then if somebody's going to comment that. So that's kind of why I went ahead and just put the camera back there to look. But what do you guys think? What would you have done? What would you do here in this situation? Would you dig any further, or would you test, what I did to see how further we have to keep going with this system? Because I think the pressures are a heck of a lot better than they were. Superheat came up, a lot better than what it was. Still around 60 degrees suction line temp, and we're still dripping and still sweating. So I mean, only a 15 degree delta T, but oh look. That's weird. See, it's doing that thing. It's doing that thing again. I feel like the water droplets are affecting it. I could be wrong. I don't know if people have that same kind of issue, but also, does this matter? You guys see how unlevel that is? I'm trying to make the camera level, but like we're on a hill. Is that really going to do anything? I don't know. I know from an install perspective it looks like crap, but from performance-wise, what does an unlevel compressor and condenser do? Does like all the liquid start stacking up over here and make it harder to pump through? Somebody let me know that in the comments. I like to learn as I go. But I'm gonna call this one good, or good for now until she says something else. All right, y'all, this is where y'all let me know, did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? What did I miss? What should I have checked, or how could I have better checked that going forward in the future? I got to start paying attention to somebody. I've heard a lot of people, a lot of creators on YouTube, specify that you got to use your senses before you really start, trying to throw yourself at a unit, and because you could make visual inspections, audible inspections, and honestly, I should have caught the noise of the unit as soon as I walked up. I should have assumed something was wrong with the blower motor, but it didn't spring my mind until way later in the call. So that's my bad on that. But that's it for today. I hope everybody had a good start off to the week. Everybody stay hydrated. This heat wave is ridiculous. If you're out in Texas, hope you're staying safe from all the rain y'all getting. My phone sent me an odd notification, even though I'm not in Texas, that y'all are getting a lot of rain. So all y'all stay safe out there, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Later.